I'm Nathan Martin with the Divine Pollination Hive and the UnityProcess.com. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing death and resistance and holding on too long. I'm outside today, so there's a lot of outside noises, including sounds like somebody working with their power tools. Anyways, so I have a chicken, or I had a chicken, a pet chicken. Her name was Princess, and she was kind of a magical chicken. She didn't lay golden eggs or anything like that, but my father-in-law and wife, Aline, they have a family business, a gardening business. And they were at somebody's house doing some gardening. And when they came back to their truck, the gardening truck, and they opened it, there was a chicken inside. I had no idea where the chicken came from. But the chicken really, I guess, was attracted to the van and jumped in, or nobody really knows how the chicken got in there. They looked for an owner around, and there was nobody with chickens around. So the chicken literally just kind of found them and jumped in the van, which is kind of quite the feat. I don't know how it jumped in the van or anything like that, but it seemed quite strange. Anyways, the chicken always followed Papa around, and we got a new house and we wanted chickens on our property, and so Papa gave us this chicken, and we call her Princess, and 3 other hens and a rooster. We built a little cage for them and everything, a little coop and a fence and that kind of stuff, so that they could be in it. Anyways, she was a little Houdini. Before I put a door on there that made it so that nobody could get out, she was the one that was getting out all the time. When I'd go in, she'd follow me around. So she was, definitely a very people person-y. You could pick her up, pet her, hold her. She was a little sweetie. And the others were, very standoffish, and they weren't nearly as personable as Princess. So fast forward a few months, and she gets sick, and she starts having these breathing problems. And so I was, obviously feeling really sad. I was trying to give her Reiki, giving her some energy, trying to do positive focus, being grateful for her, and just trying to really, give her some medicine. We were just trying to figure out what was wrong and try to help her out. Well, it got really bad the last couple days. And so I made a little cage for her inside, and put some papers down, a little nest in there, a little perch for her to sit on, and some water with medicine in it, and some food and stuff. But she really wasn't eating or drinking, and so we tried to give her, nurse her back a little bit with some food. But she was like breathing really hard, so it was kind of a really big thing. So I start thinking about what's the most humane thing to do. Should I put her down myself? Should I take her to the vet and have them put her down? But then a day she started looking like she was doing really well. I put her out back with the other chickens for a little bit. But that night I decided to bring her back inside, and she was breathing a little heavy again. But when she was outside with the chickens, it seemed like she was fine. She was eating, she was following the little group. They were all kind of being together again. So I brought her inside for the night, and I heard her breathing really loud. So I went downstairs, and I just started petting her and giving her energy, and I held her for a little bit in my arms. And I just kind of got this relaxation come over me, this little shift in feeling. And I said, you know what, sweetie, if you really want to leave, then go ahead and leave, please. Let's not drag this out. I don't want you suffering unnecessarily. And so that's what happened. She, within 5 minutes, she died. So I held her, I let go of her. I told her it's fine, she can leave. I went upstairs, and then within 5 minutes I heard some flapping, and I went downstairs again. And I just watched her as she, in her death throes, and she left. And it's just a chicken, right? But I don't know. There's a soul connection that also happens. And it's really difficult to let go. And so I've been reflecting about this and talking to Aline about it. And she was, thinking about it as well, and there's so many things in life that we cause unnecessary suffering because we're so attached to them staying with us. A job, a relationship. So many things that should end at a certain point don't end, and we cause so much unnecessary suffering for ourselves and them because we're not paying attention to the signs of it's time to go, it's time to end, it's time for this to die. And it can be a physical death, or it can be a metaphoric death, like the death of a relationship, or the death of a relationship to a business, to a job, to a house that you're living in. You really just need to be able to see the signs and move on when it's time. Don't hold on unnecessarily. Stop resisting death. When Aline was with Christoph, partner before me, twin soul, he got sick, and he stayed for a very long time, unnecessarily, for over a year, and he suffered for that year. And after he passed on, they would talk, because they started talking immediately after he died. And he said that, yeah, he stayed for her, and they both suffered a lot more, and they could have started that relationship on the other side much sooner, which kind of transformed the relationship into something different. But they didn't. The attachment kept him. And the same thing happened with her cat, Lucky. And Lucky got a brain tumor and then started attacking everybody and cutting them up really bad. Dogs, other cats, people. And they had to put her down. But if she had just maybe relaxed, if Elena just relaxed a little bit and said, you know what, Lucky, go ahead. It's time. Move on. Then maybe Lucky would have just died peacefully 5 minutes later, just like Princess. So if we can really determine when the proper time is for things to die, we can really start enjoying life a lot more. Sure, there's going to be grief. I'm sad. When there's something that you transition. But it doesn't have to be this really dramatic thing with lots of suffering. If we just deal with the pain, we don't have to suffer as much. So I let go. Princess died within 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I literally told her, you can go now. And she did. And I didn't even say it with words. I just said it inside myself to her. And did she hear me? Or did I just let go? Doesn't matter. It was an energetic shift. And we need to do that. We need to shift our energy. We need to let go. We need to be able to say goodbye to things when the time is right and move on to the next thing to end all the suffering. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you'd like to stay up to date with my videos, please subscribe. If you would like to be notified via email whenever I release a new video, please click the bell next to subscribe. If you have any comments or questions or would like to go into a dialogue about this topic, please leave them in the comments section below. I'm Nathan Martin with the Divine Pollination Hive and the UnityProcess.com. Be safe, be sovereign, be well.